Well, yesterday we had our sectoral meeting with the president, and we discussed DICT matters. Primary topic of discussion was the deployment of a national digital ID. As you all may be aware, we've had this PhilSys ID system that that has been assigned to the Philippine Statistics Authority to provide a national ID system. And so the data capturing occurred several years back, and everybody's been waiting for their physical plastic ID. So a lot of uh, delays have already happened, and there are many of our countrymen who have been complaining that up to this date they have not yet received their national ID. And so the president um, has expressed his impatience because a lot of things needed to be done, and it's all dependent on the deployment of a national ID. So recently, actually a few months back, the president tasked the DICT to figure out how do we now deploy a national ID without having to wait forever for the plastic ID card. So DICT prepared a study and a plan to deploy a national digital ID, which is an identity system that can be loaded on your respective mobile phones. Actually, this is already a leapfrogging, no? Because in most countries, developed countries in the world, they are actually using digital IDs rather than physical card IDs, because this has more use cases and it allows for better online transactions dahil karamihan po natin ng mga netizens are already doing online transactions. And this became more urgent because during the pandemic, most of us has actually shifted from physical cash transactions to online transactions, which gave rise to actually a significant increase in online commerce as well as digital payment systems. So nalaganap yung ano po, no, yung digital e-wallets dahil dumami po yung mga gumagamit nito during the pandemic. So this became more urgent that in order to secure our transactions online, dapat po there is a valid way of verifying the identity of each person that is transacting online. Kaya po ni-propose natin sa ating mahal na Pangulo na DICT will take the lead in developing and deploying a digital ID, most especially on a mobile platform. So, but however, in order to do that, we needed to be able to access all the data that has already been captured by the Philippine Statistics Authority, because they were the primary agency tasked under the law to do all the data capturing, yung mga biometrics natin, no? Mga facial recognition, mga fingerprint, and so on, as well as yung mga personal information, date of birth, and all the family circumstances, and so on. So as of our last report, I think they have captured about 80 million identities already, and it's in their database. So for us to be able to convert it to a digital format, we needed access to that database so that we can deploy it on a digital platform. So that was the discussion, and that was where we reported to the president as to how we are going to adopt it on a digital platform, and so that it can eventually be used for all our online transactions. Lalo na po ngayon dahil last June we launched the eGov app, which is a one-stop shop platform where different government services are integrated into a single app. So, i-include po namin doon yung digital ID sa eGov app so that when you transact using your digital ID credentials on that single Gov app, hindi na po kayo magsa-sign on pa sa ibang ahensya ng gobyerno kasi nandoon na. So example, na verify yung credentials nyo using your national ID, digital ID, at okay na kayo, you can directly connect to your PhilHealth account. At hindi na po tatanungin ng PhilHealth kung sino kayo dahil na-verify yung identity nyo. So, ma-access nyo na yung mga PhilHealth number nyo, contributions nyo, premium, availments, and so on. And many other government agencies for that matter.